Good morning all of you. Welcome to KANISHKA IAS Academy. This is Hiuen-tsang Rao, faculty in history. Today we will take up a new topic called Hiuen-tsang. He was second Chinese traveler who visited India. He came to India in 7th century AD. He was contemporary of Harshavardhana. Harshavardhana. Like Hiuen, he came from China. From China, he moved towards the west and crossed Samarkand and reached Gandhara, and finally he reached Kanauj. Kanauj was the capital of Harsha. And he stayed at Harsha's court more than 8 years. More than 8 years. He extensively travelled across the India. And he went to Kashmir. There he mentioned about the Durlabha Vardhana of Karkotaka dynasty. Durlabha Vardhana, he was the founder of Karkotaka dynasty. And he was contemporary of Harsha, and from north he went to Deccan. By that time, Deccan was ruled by the Badami Chalukyan ruler Polity II, and he gave references about the South India. Here this Kanchi region was ruled by the Pallavas. The ruler was Narasimhavarma I. Narasimhavarma I. And even he went to eastern coast, that is Andhra Pradesh. It was ruled by the Vengi ruler Kubja Vishnuvardhana. In exam, they will give the question regarding the contemporaries. Which of the following Indian ruler was contemporary of Hiuen-tsang? It's not only Harsha, even the Pulakesi II, Narasimhavarma I, as well as the Kubja Vishnuvardhana. Now, your Hiuen-tsang, when he was in India, his experiences were written in an account called CU Key. CU Key. In this, he mentioned about the Harsha's administration. Harsha's administration. And Harshavardhana, he was such a benevolent ruler like the Ashoka. And how Ashoka established the hospitals, rest houses, planted trees, in the same way, he also built the rest houses, constructed viharas and stupas. Like Mauryans, he had taken up the royal tours. Though he had taken the forced labor was also paid. Forced labor was also paid. It is also an interesting thing. He had not imposed any new taxes. From CUK we are getting this information. And one more interesting thing is, your Harshavardhana, he established a new department called Department of Records. Department of Records. And it is nothing but Nilopitu, which maintain the record of good and bad events in the society. Good and bad events in the society. Now, your Harshavardhana's administration, to some extent, it was harsh. Criminal justice system was harsh. Severe punishments were given for the criminals. There was no trial by jury, it was only trial by ordeal. Trial by ordeal. From the writings of Hiuen-tsang, what we can understand, crime rate was also high. Crime rate was also high because Hiuen-tsang was robbed for twice. But whereas in the case of Hiuen was not at all attacked, robbed, molested when he travelled across the India. And one more thing is, during the Harsha's reign, communal conflicts were also rampant among the Jains, Buddhists, as well as the Vaishnavites and Shaivites. To calm down these communal conflicts, your Harshavardhana, he started Mahamoksha Parishad. Mahamoksha Parishad. for every 5 years. Around 21 days, all the heads of religions, they meet at a place and they discuss about the concepts. They exchange their views. On the last day, your Harshavardhana, he donated whatever the wealth he had. Even his personal garments and personal clothes were also distributed to the religious gurus and the monks. And Mahamoksha Parishad. Apart from this, he also mentioned about the Indian society and discussed about the nature of Indians. According to him, Indians were hasty and high temper, but the people are having the pure and moral characters. And one more thing is, in Indian society, we have the women. And within the women, we have the women belongs to higher class and women belongs to lower class. Women belongs to higher class means the royal women. Royal women. Sister of Harshavardhana is Rajasri, and Rajasri, she involved in the important ceremonies along with the Harshavardhana. That itself indicates that royal women enjoyed certain political freedom and the liberty. But in the society, there are certain customs like Swayamvara has been still practiced. Polygamy was rampant. Sati system has been continued. And he also discussed about the dietary practices. Dietary practices. As well as dressing pattern of Indians. Dressing pattern of Indians. And he mentioned that India became the sink of gold and silver, which indicates the booming international trade. Booming international trade. One more interesting aspect is, when Hiuen-tsang visited India, we have Nalanda University. Nalanda University. Nalanda University was established by Kumara Gupta. And this Nalanda University, by that time it was a world-renowned university. Students from the Southeast Asia, Central Asia, West Asia, they flocked to Nalanda University and they joined in this university. Around 10,500 students were provided free boarding and lodging facilities. To taught these 10,500 students, around 1,500 professors were appointed. They taught 64 subjects. They taught 64 subjects to the students in Nalanda University. So these are the interesting aspects mentioned by Hiuen-tsang in his work CUK. It will be useful for your prelims exam. Thank you.